Welcome to Retired Life. Wish you were here. The podcast where we explore the adventures, challenges, and joys of retirement. We're your hosts, Kim Lee and Stuart Lee. And today we're taking a ride, literally. Our guests, Dave and Carolyn Kaga, sold nearly everything they owned, bought an RV, and for the past 4 years, they've been traveling full time across the country.
Okay, my first question to you guys is, how did you decide to do this? Was this like a lifelong dream?
No.
Or spur of the moment?
Saying, a quick update is that we just celebrated our 5th year anniversary on September 12th for being on the road. So, it's a really good question. How did we decide to do this? And it really was not an easy decision. I would say around 2017, 2018, I was within a couple of years of being able to retire. And we were living in a wonderful swim and tennis community, just full of, great friends of ours. And we had family that lived very close by. And we had a pretty good, well-established lifestyle in suburban Atlanta. And we started looking at and thinking about what we were going to do. We both had sights on moving back west once we retired. Atlanta is a great place to raise a family, but we're not from the East Coast or certainly not from the South. So we wanted to get back towards traditionally where we had grown up. And we didn't know where we wanted to move to. And there was no better way for us to figure out kind of what we wanted to do and where we wanted to be than to start traveling to these areas. We were watching a number of RV shows at the time. There was one in particular on CMT television called Going RV. And I don't even know if that show is still on, but we religiously watched that. And for a couple of reasons. Number one, it helped introduce us to not only just the RV lifestyle, but also to the various makes and models that are out there, because it's not a one size fits all. We were not heretofore RVers at the time. So we had a pretty steep learning curve as to what we needed to know, what type of equipment we needed to buy, and just so many things that there were out there. So we weren't even certain that we were going to be doing this even a couple of years later. But then I think that we all remember around on or about 2020, we had this event called COVID that hit the United States. And everything became a lot easier from a decision-making standpoint. We knew that we wanted to get out of the city. We wanted to be on the road. We had a bucket list of things that we wanted to see and do. I am an avid fly fisherman and fly tyer, and I had a pretty extensive list of areas that I wanted to go to and fish before I'm too old to do all that stuff. So Carolyn talked me into, and we started the journey of looking for the right RV and basically learning about the lifestyle as well as the inner culture that exists within the RVing community. One thing that we did learn back, in the 2020 around that time frame, is that there's over 1 million people living full time on the road in the United States. It gets much larger once you start adding Canada and Mexico to it, but certainly we had no idea that there were so many folks that lived in their RV that were basically out doing big adventures on the road. So it was definitely a difficult choice, but once we got on the road, it became the obvious, easy choice for us. And we don't regret a single minute of being out here.
Well, going back to what you just said about a lot of people doing it, when Kim and I travel, every RV park you go by, they're full. The park is full. So it's definitely a fancy way to live nowadays.
I also, listening just to your introduction, I have so many questions. Legitimate, I want to know this. Starting with, when you bought your RV, are you still in the same RV? So you
Yeah.
pretty much went in, I want this. Did you get everything you wanted in your
We
RV?
actually went into it. So we did like research for about 2 years on what model we wanted, how big, things like that. And everything we said we wanted, we did not do. Everything we said we weren't going to do, we did. And it actually worked out for the better. I remember the minute I walked into the same model when we were at a couple shows, and right when I walked in, it was like, this is it, we're done, we're not looking anymore.
What was
And
it?
it was because the layout was so much what we needed. You're together 24/7, but in our situation, we're kind of separate because we have 3 different rooms. So that really helped, just knowing what you want, knowing your space. We rented a couple before we bought, so we knew what we really didn't want.
Yeah.
Trial and error method. That's cool.
That's good.
Yeah,
You
let
did
me
that.
ask you-
Absolutely.
Let me ask you
And
this, Dave. Did you get a pull behind or did you get a driver?
So we ended up with a vehicle that we tow, or an RV that we tow. We ended up with a fifth wheel.
Okay.
And I mean, choosing an RV is highly subjective to lifestyle.
Yeah.
If you think about what you see on the road, I mean, the fastest growing category of RVing in today's world is the van lifers. And in fact, if you were to go out on YouTube or TikTok or any social media app, it's overwhelmingly flooded with folks that live in their vans because it gives them the ultimate in flexibility and access. You can get into areas that a towable vehicle or a towable trailer can't get into, et cetera. And so the van lifers are typically younger, very active go-getters, perhaps not full-timers, but spend much more time on the road than your average RVer. There's all of the minis and lights out there, mini trailers and towables, what we call travel trailers that are more for the weekender crowd. Ultra super light, which also translates into everything's going to break. Requires a lot of maintenance, requires, you have to continually update and maintain and keep these vehicles up or these units up because of the quality that goes into them. We chose a toy hauler. Mainly, obviously, because they're far more rugged and more solidly built, typically built for 3 seasons or more. So they've got the right insulation, dual panel windows, that type of stuff, and great storage. I think for us, the advantage we have over a lot of RVers is that we have the ability to store stuff, but also maintain a lighter weight than a lot of other types of trailers.
Yeah.
Mainly, we're hauling all my fishing gear, which I have a lot of because I have boats. I've got all my gear. We got all the dog stuff, and we're equipped for 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So making the choice for a toy hauler for us was the right choice. But
you even got to get down to like little details of how you brush your teeth or how you take a shower. You got to get into those models and pretend you're showering, pretend you're washing your hair, just pretend you're brushing your teeth, because there's things in RVs that are always going to be in your way. So it's just how the setup is and how much.
And the compactness, I guess, would play a big
Yeah,
factor into all this.
How is driving
it's
it?
a huge factor.
Have you got into
Easy.
situations that were not easy to get out of?
Did you have to back
Oh
up?
my.
Yeah.
Well, especially early on, just to give you a flavor, we haul a 41.5-foot toy hauler. And that's on the larger side. They get certainly much longer, but a vast majority are 40 feet and less. Getting in and out of areas was our biggest challenge to begin with, because I mean, just learning how to back, learning how to steer wide, and getting in and out of areas can be highly intimidating, but also kind of difficult. And the biggest advice that we can give you on that is, number one, you got to get out there and do it. Yeah. Otherwise, you're not going to learn. Yeah. And number two, go slow. Go as slowly as possible. When you're backing and you're still learning, inch it back, because you can always correct. If you're trying to fly backward, you can't stop yourself. You're going to run into something.
And you'll just be the afternoon, entertainment. So everyone will get their beer. They'll come out and they'll just be watching you.
Did they have the video and you go on?
Yes.
I mean, I know we have.
You find yourself on YouTube later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
well,
might ask you if you need some help, but who knows?
But you
yeah,
are
we've
the
seen
entertainment, though,
couples.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've seen
you
some
are.
couples really lose it and get into
Yeah.
some major fights. And even we did it first, but we have our system down.
Yeah, you have to get a system with your person, and once you do it over and over, excuse me, over and over again, it just gets it's
Okay,
easy.
that
Right.
brings up my next question, Dave. What are you hauling with? You got to have a big truck.
We have a dually.
Yeah, so it wasn't easy to find, but we needed to get at least a 3/4 ton truck in order
Right.
to haul something as large as a 41-foot toy hauler. We did find we haul it with a GMC Sierra
Sierra.
3500. It's the dually. And we
Phenomenal.
wouldn't have gone with anything lower. We could have gone certainly with something more powerful and larger, but that's only going to impede your fuel economy
Yeah.
For sure.
as you go down the road.
I've got
Bad
a
as it is.
2500 that I pull a 27-foot boat, but by the time you put the motors on there and the trailer length and all, it gets on up there. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I know a little bit of
Yeah.
what you're talking about when you're talking about hauling down the
Right.
highway.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Especially going over mountains. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
mountains are terrible.
That would be terrifying to
The
me.
going up would be good. The coming down kind
That's
of
where
sketchy.
I would be the van person.
Oh.
Well, it becomes second nature. Really,
Mhm.
what started out as a very intimidating process
Yeah.
to learn how the trailer tows, to learn how the truck responds,
Mhm.
climbing, obviously going downhill. Those are all really important lessons to learn. But we're really lucky. The technology that's available today, both
Yeah.
in the vehicles as well as in the trailers, is astounding. I mean, we in our truck, it's a 2020. But it was the first year for that truck to have what's called the Allison 10-speed transmission, and
I've
it
got
tows
that in
like a
my
dream.
truck.
Yeah, it tows like a dream, and
Uh-huh.
it's really surprising how you can't feel the trailer behind us. It's so
Mm-mm.
nice.
It's so easy. It is so easy to haul, and you get used to it. And I mean, when you're going up, especially over mountain passes, you're beating the semis.
Oh God, yeah,
Ooh.
lots of power.
We have a
Winds,
Move
lot
over,
of
big
power in
boys.
our truck.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
How hard did you find downsizing from a house to an RV?
I'm OCD. I'm a minimalist. I love throwing stuff away, so it was easy for me. I had to really work on him. It took a while.
Well, I mean, so Carolyn was really smart. She started early.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say on or about 2016, 2017, we got down to the basement and started taking a real hard look at all the junk that I had accumulated over the last 35 years that supported the various interests and hobbies that I've had. It's hard to let go of some of these things, right? I mean,
Yeah.
as an example, I mean, I played the drums for most of my youth. And I mean, I had percussion equipment all over the basement. It was hard to let go of because it took me so long to research and find what I wanted and then finally to have it. I mean, it was really that was difficult for me to let go. But on the other hand, I mean, I had like electronics, old stereo speakers, and lots of knickknacks that supported a lot of other hobbies that I had, and the stuff's not getting any younger, and it's also not growing much in value. So why even hold on to it? And I think the most important thing that you have to think about is the fact that look, unless it's an heirloom,
Yeah.
unless it really means something to you, clothing, gadgets, especially electronics, all your kitchen gadgets, all those things go out of style and they're
They get
updated.
better.
They get better in time. And if you put them in storage, you keep paying for them month after month
keep
after
them.
month, and they get more expensive. And I'm telling you, you're going to open up your storage 3 to 5 years from now, and you're going to go, why did I
Why?
keep all this junk? You're going to throw it all away or donate it, of course, and you're going to end up replacing it anyway. So we've taken that step and we've proactively removed it from our future. And when it's time for us to settle down back to brick and mortar, we're planning on basically updating everything that we have.
Buying
So
good new stuff.
yeah.
It was nice just to go through everything and see
Mhm.
what you actually have, but then just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like, because you really don't, it's just accumulating.
In the end, it was nice. I mean,
you keep what's necessary and what's important, period. And
that's right. And here we are. Okay, we're 5 years later. I was an avid tennis player in Georgia. I mean, I played 3 days a week minimum. And honestly, I thought I was going to play tennis on the road, whether it was get out and just hit the ball against the wall or find some pickup games. And there's been plenty of opportunity, but other activities have taken precedent. We love to hike. We like to be outdoors. We love to be outside with our dog. And of course, all of the fishing that I do, I haven't played tennis since we've been on the road, and yet I've got all this gear that we only recently started to get rid of, and I was able to part with.
Wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I've got skydiving equipment that I can't get rid of. I got to have it. I'm going to use it one day. Something's going to happen to the world, and I'm going to need it. So,
Well, yeah. I mean, we have found that if we need anything on the road, we can find it and we can buy it. It's just like when we go on
True.
vacation, we've stopped overpacking. I mean, we bring the bare essentials, and if we need it, we just buy it on the road. And so that really helps free up all the mind and clutter that can go with with this type of lifestyle.
that is good advice.
So, what physical or health adjustments have you made? And you have I have a doctor that I go to once a year, twice a year. How do you figure that into this whole routine?
we kind of have like areas that we regularly go to, and we've been starting to stay there longer and longer instead of just like a couple days to a week. We're there longer, like 3 weeks to 6 weeks. So we kind of get to know the area, and we kind of plan for, okay, let's get our teeth cleaned when we're here, and let's get a checkup when we're there, type of a thing. Whoever's available actually at this time.
Right. So really good advice is if you are not planning on keeping your home or having a home base, you need to establish a home base anyway, right?
Yeah.
So for us, the first year was we circled the United States and came back to Georgia, and so we obviously took care of all those needs when we got back into town, and we planned 6 months ahead because we knew where we were going to be. Beyond that, we've set up a home base in Medford, Oregon, on the West Coast. So we've established a doctor, a dentist, basically all of our major needs, and we plan ahead, as well as our veterinarian. We plan ahead for all of our appointments for when we're going to be back in town.
Yeah.
It also helps that we have really good health care, and we're able to utilize that anywhere if we have emergencies.
And they do have insurance people for people specifically that live full-time in RVs that travel
The
full-time.
RV lifestyle.
That's right.
That's wild.
Yeah, for specifically, that lifestyle. We don't have that. We have it through, his
right
retired job.
That's right. We still get health care from my benefits as a retiree.
But it really is just all about kind of planning. Emergencies, obviously, you're going to go to your local emergency or urgent care. Like I had to do that. I broke my foot 2 years ago, and I had to go to the local urgent care, and it worked out. Everything was fine. I didn't get neglected or anything. Everything was taken care of. So it's just really planning and knowing where you are and what your needs are.
But be aware, right?
Yeah.
Be area aware. If you're going to be in a remote area, you might want to modify some of your activities and take less risks while you're there, because in some cases it'll take a helicopter to get you out of there.
Yeah.
And
where we go.
Right. Where some of the places that we go. And believe me,
everybody.
We've met folks that have purchased life flight insurance just in case they needed to get out of where they were.
Wow.
We like to go into remote areas of Idaho. We love to be out in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming or in Montana. And we're many, many hours away from any big city. So if we get hurt, it's a major, major consideration. So we kind of keep that in mind if we're out hiking or if we're out doing something. Let's not get ourselves into a situation that's going to be hard to get out of.
So are these loner type situations, like you're the only people out there?
Kind of.
In some cases, yes. So in our lifestyle, we don't like being near big cities.
No, we go like around like 10,000 or less population. Like actually, it's more like 5,000 or less population.
That's right.
That's
really
the type
small
of areas that
areas.
we go to.
That's right. And not that there's no facilities or
Right.
healthcare that are in the areas. Just kind of know
Know your area.
where you're going, right? And it's
Yeah.
all part of the logistics and planning
Right.
that goes into making sure you're prepared for this lifestyle. It's not, I mean, everywhere you go, I mean, you're the new guy, you're the stranger. People are looking at you and kind of sizing you up as to what you're all about, as well as whether you're a safety risk or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But they
So-
also
I
want
bet.
to tell you where to go and like, oh, you got to see this, you got to do that type of a situation.
So
That's right.
how do you ensure your safety? What's your steps when
Well,
you
we
get
have a
in?
dog. Yeah, we have a German Shepherd, an 80-pound German Shepherd. He's pretty intimidating looking, even though he's a big baby.
That's right. We're very area aware.
Yeah, we're very aware of
Yeah.
our surroundings.
Yeah.
If I go like for a walk by myself, I have my phone on me, which has my Find My. I have my keys with me, which has an AirTag on it. I carry a knife with me. I have a little pocket knife with me. And basically, we know the area. Like, you just be aware of your surroundings. And
Now, do you have
normally we don't, we've never had issues with people really.
No, we
like a
haven't.
satellite phone that you, when you go to these remote places that you use, or?
We have satellite on our phone.
Okay.
Right. So a big advantage is that Apple, at least in North America,
Yeah.
does have the satellite feature for when you're in areas with no signal. And when
Yeah.
I'm fishing, I'm typically with no signal. And it's been a real nice feature. I think you have to have an iPhone 15 or newer in order to use the feature. So it works really well for us.
I did not know that.
we
I'm
were
glad
prepared
you
to-
told me that.
Yeah.
Well,
We were prepared to go the full satellite phone process, and there are many options on the market.
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually wears a contraption that you just have to push one button and it'll make a satellite phone call for an emergency. So there's plenty of options available out there for this type of lifestyle, and new products are hitting the market every year. It's astonishing what's out there.
I need that for offshore fishing.
What about your friends? Are you making friends and you meet in places, see the same people, or is it a loner type situation?
Certain areas are loners, but other areas we've met a lot of couples, a lot of people that he's met and fished with. And
yeah, so one of the advantages of pursuing your hobbies and being out there is that you meet other people that do the same stuff. And I have been really fortunate enough to meet some of the icons of the fly fishing community. In our first year, we were in a remote little campground out in New Hampshire, sitting by a creek bed, and we were watching this older couple really struggling to park their camper across the creek. So after a few minutes of watching, Carolyn talked me into going over and offering a hand. And it turns out that the couple were Steve and Sandy Bogdan. Now, that name means nothing to the layperson.
Yeah.
But if you are a spay fisherman or a fly fisherman, especially for Atlantic salmon, you know the Bogdan name. They are royalty when it comes to equipment, specifically reels, spay fishing reels. So I didn't even know who they were. They introduced themselves. I'm like, yeah, okay, no big deal. They're like, yeah, I'll come bring you a beer later. I go back to the RV and look them up. I'm like, oh my God, that's Steve Bogdan. So little things like that happen a lot. I've run into some great fly tires as an example. I met
in Camp Sherman.
Yeah, Lee Clark of the famed Clark Stonefly in Camp Sherman, Oregon. I've met other guides that have, well, YouTube channel stars anyway, on the river, and it's kind of fun. I'm a little starstruck sometimes, but maybe one of these days they'll be looking at me and saying, "Hey, it's that Dave guy."
Hey, it's Dave. Well, I'm new to fly fishing, and I'm very interested to hear what you're saying there. But what's a typical day? I mean, you get up and you have maintenance to pull, and then you can go play, or how does that start for you?
What's really important for our lifestyle is that you have a routine. Routine is absolutely critical. We don't just get up and wing it every day. Some days are more relaxing than others, but depending on the day of the week, we've got a very specific routine for what we do. And it always starts with up and out with our dog every morning.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. And I mean, that also has a big bearing on where we go and where we choose to stay, because not every RV park or RV area is dog friendly. I'll say especially national parks, right? When we first hit the road, we thought that we were going to see every single and stay in every single national park in the US, which is a great and lofty goal for anybody to do. I highly recommend it. But with the size of our trailer, we can't get into or even camp in most national parks. So we've learned to stay on the outskirts of those areas and still be able to enjoy the parks themselves, but not be subject to the rules of the park itself. We have found national parks that dogs aren't even allowed outside of the parking lots. You can't take them on the trails, even on leash. You can't take them to the natural wonders and the sightseeing areas. They have to stay in the car, they have to stay in the camper, or they have to, you have to walk them around in the parking lots, which really isn't great. But again, back to routine. Starts with the dog. We've got our morning routine. We've got our hikes that we plan on certain days. We've got our workouts that we plan on certain days. And I only really fish on certain days. I don't fish on the weekends as a rule. Only because the crowds that are out there get more and more frustrating. And unless it's very weather specific for fishing, like it's got to rain and the rivers have to be at a certain level, I pick and choose which days I get out there in order to maximize my enjoyment on the water.
Kind of our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is our Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And then when the weekend people get here, we're like we like stay away.
Yeah, we have our own things that we do.
Yeah, we have other things. We do things around the RV that need to be taken care of.
Right.
There's always something around the RV that needs to be done.
Always.
You're never bored.
Nope. Weekends are projects for us, and then we get out and do stuff during the week. And we just find that's better for us with crowds.
Right.
Do you guys have a place where you go for the winter? Or do you stay in the north, or do you travel?
Yeah. So my fishing brings us to specific areas depending on seasons. I'm a steelhead fisherman, and for anybody that's steelhead are out there, I'm so sorry that you are, but we are an afflicted bunch. We tend to fish in the worst weather. We tend to fish during the earliest and latest parts of the day. But the times of the year for steelhead fishing are typically in the fall and winter. So that brings us to the coasts. We love the Oregon coast to be on the winter. So we've been staying there the last 2 or 3 winters. During the summertime, again, not only just for trout fishing, but also for the beautiful scenery. We love to spend our time in Idaho. We love to spend our time in Wyoming and in Montana. And also, huge shout out to South Dakota. A part of lifestyle living is you have to choose, if you don't have a home, you have to choose what state you're going to be domiciled in. And for tax purposes, we chose South Dakota as our domicile state. There's plenty of information out there for you to read about how to choose your domicile. But we chose South Dakota because it's closest to the West Coast where we knew we were going to be. But every 5 years, you have to go back and renew your license and renew your domicile activity so that you can remain a citizen of South Dakota. So we just spent this last summer back in that area and had forgotten how absolutely gorgeous that area is. I mean,
was that Deadwood,
the Black Hills
that you went to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. We were in the Black Hills a few years ago, and we just went back, and just stunning scenery. We did do a little touristy thing. We went to a town called Deadwood, and it turned out to be it's a fun little town.
When you said you were going there, I thought, okay, they don't have internet. Kind of not shocking with a name like Deadwood.
It's a little more tourist trappy than you think.
Yeah, it's nothing but casinos and bars.
Casinos, bars, restaurants.
A lot of history, a lot of great history there. But yeah, South Dakota is just a beautiful area.
Really is.
It's pretty.
Highly recommended.
What are some of your favorite places to visit?
Maine.
Yeah.
Summertime?
On the
It's
East
just too
Coast.
far away.
Our first year. Well, okay, so let's just start by saying when we first started on the road, we told ourselves we were going to go for
A
1
year.
A year. We were going to, somehow we were going to miraculously decide in 1 year where we were going to settle down and grow roots and spend our the rest of our retirement life. And that was not that easy. However, we did get up to Maine in the summer of 20 and I'm sorry, summer of 21.
Went there twice.
Yeah, we did manage to go back since then, and we just fell in love.
It's
with
gorgeous. If you guys have never been there, it's a state you have to go. It
Yeah.
is another world. It's the sky is just different.
The sky's different, the landscape's different, but what we really love is the Mainers. The
Mainers are
people
so
in
nice.
Maine are the best.
They are just the nicest people.
Yeah, and we found that North New Englanders in general are really friendly.
They're just
but
nice people.
The Mainers are the best. I'm telling you, we several times while hiking, we ran across groups of people who basically treated us like family. I mean, after stopping and talking with them for a half an hour, they're like, all right, let's go to the next spot. We're like, no, we're going to they expected us to follow them and stay with them for the entire day.
Now-
Maine, Connecticut, New Hampshire,
Absolutely.
Wyoming, Montana, Oregon, Washington.
Yes.
It's just
Idaho.
It's a beautiful country. You just got to know where to go to see all these amazing places.
Yeah, and it helps that where my hobby takes us is mountains and rivers and lakes.
Well, that's got to be beautiful.
It's gorgeous areas.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever had any scary moments? I mean, on the road or at the campsites or parks?
All right. So first, on the road.
Oh gosh.
There have been some pretty close calls.
Like major accident situations.
That's right. There's one piece of advice is just like riding a motorcycle. When you're towing and you're hauling an RV, you have to assume that people don't see you.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have to be a very defensive driver.
They're trying to get around you because they think, oh, she's so big, she's going to be super slow. So they do idiot moves to try to get around you. And you're on 2-lane roads and here comes a car coming straight at you and you're like, where do I go?
That's right. We've been out on 2-lane highways in the middle of nowhere. And we've seen oncoming traffic to look in our rear view mirror to see a truck trying to pass us.
And a semi coming straight at us, deadlocking their brakes. So, I mean, there was almost a head-on collision.
Yeah.
We've seen that a couple times now. Those were the scary. Anything else has been fine, but those were the scary moments.
Well, okay. So, as an RVer, especially if you're towing, you need to be hyper aware of your height.
Yeah.
Low clearances are a big deal. There are actually apps and websites that are dedicated to truckers that specifically point out low clearances if you're going to be in an area that you're not familiar with. That's also another reason why we try to avoid cities is that
the low bridges.
We're
13.5.
Yes, 13.6.
13.6. And we went under a bridge. I was driving at the moment. We went under a bridge 13.7.
Oh.
Yeah.
We cleared it by 1 inch.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you some stories about me getting stuck in Germany with a tractor trailer underneath the road. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so the advice is the further east, the older the infrastructure. Yeah. There's a lot of low clearances.
In the east.
The further west in cities in the West Coast, I would say probably from Colorado west, the clearances are pretty good. Yeah.
So how has this lifestyle changed your perspective of stuff? Just, what really matters.
You don't need a lot of crap to survive. or to live a great life. So what if you don't have the brand new, car or truck? It's not about that. It's like who you're with and where you are, honestly.
Yeah,
You don't need a lot.
you don't. What we've done is we've exchanged experiences
Yeah.
for stuff.
For stuff.
Right. I mean, we used to have a lot of stuff that we enjoyed sometimes, and it sat around most of the time. And now with less stuff, what we've done is we've been outdoors. We're out doing things, and
I've used what you have.
Right. And I'm telling you, I think that our life is richer because of that. We have much better memories, certainly some wonderful photos of things that we're doing and experiences that we're enjoying.
Our energy is just,
And the most important thing,
elsewhere.
health and happiness. I mean,
Right.
I would
Yeah,
think you'd be a
and
lot
that's-
happier without having to compete in the rat race.
That's
The
right.
rat race of it all. It's people in the city have a lot different problems than we do.
Well, and then also just understand there's still kind of a pecking order in
there's a pecking
RVers.
order in RV life.
Believe me, and we just ignore all
We
of
ignore
that.
it. We don't
really
get
do.
involved. We're just like, whatever.
Is my RV's bigger than yours?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh my, yes.
Mine is shinier than yours.
I just
and
bought
depending
mine.
on whether you boondock or if you go in on our RV park,
parks.
the moment you pull in, everyone's sizing you up
Everyone's-
and seeing,
Oh, I'm sure.
Where you're from.
where you from,
Yep.
what you driving, what you wearing.
Yeah, how many kids you got, how many dogs you have.
That's
Yep.
right.
And can you back that thing up?
Yeah. Biggest, can you back? It's
Yes.
baby got back.
That's right.
Well,
and how well you communicate, right?
Yeah.
We've got a rock solid arrival and setup routine. We have seen other couples absolutely lose it while they're setting up. And plus, we can get set up in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We've seen
That
people take up
seems
to
pretty
4
fast.
hours to get set up.
Oh.
So, I mean, it's all on
There's
where
your
priorities
newbies,
are.
huh? Or maybe.
Right.
Well,
That's funny.
Dave and Carolyn, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's a reminder that retirement isn't about slowing down. It's just opening up our new chapter, looking for adventure and joy in just a different place or doing a different thing. And I'm glad you guys are having such a great time. It is really nice talking to you. And
Yeah, it's been great sharing our story. It's
a great story.
There's so much to tell, and if I could just say to anybody considering this lifestyle, there are volumes and volumes of resources out there. Not only YouTubers that talk about the lifestyle, there's websites and apps that are out there that are available that support this lifestyle. Obviously, you can go to an RV dealership and they'll tell you everything that you need to know. But one thing that I just have to say in advance is that our dog's over here, you're going to become a meteorologist, a cartographer. You're going to become an electrician, a plumber, and a mechanic, and everything in between, because it's not like living in a house. RVs they're made lightweight and therefore lots of plastic, and so everything is going to break in an RV. And to minimize your downtime, do a lot of studying and a lot of research, and tap into the resources that are out there for self-service and doing your own maintenance. Because while there is a ton of RV support and mobile RV repair, etc., they're booked solid. The last time we even thought about calling an RV tech, the person told me that they were 2 weeks booked out. So if you break down somewhere and
better
don't
know how
have
to
an
fix it.
appetite for repairing it yourself, you're going to be stuck. And that's the worst possible scenario, is to be stuck somewhere you don't want to be. So,
but don't be afraid of this lifestyle. There's a lot of people that are willing to help. And like you said, there's a lot of information out there you can look it up, and it's all that information's right there at your fingertips.
Yep.
Made it easy for us, for sure.
Well, thank you very much
we live in a
for
golden
all
age
your
of RV.
expertise that you've shared with us today. And I guess we'd like to ask our listeners to subscribe and share this with anybody you know who wants to hit the open road. And Also, look at our merchandise. We have things that you can take with you in RVs and help support our podcast. Thank you.
You guys be safe
Thank
out
you.
there.
Safe.
It's our pleasure. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.